Hey everybody, what is going on? I go by the name of Zurctc, and I will be doing a guest comm here for Diablo, and he's playing some Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Manhunt. Guys, I am so pumped for this game. I'm so ready to play this game. Thank you so much, Diablo, for letting me do this guest comm, and yeah, let's just jump right into it, bros and sisters, and yeah. There's been so many changes to this game, guys. It's ridiculous. I think there's been more changes between AC3 and AC4 than there has been between ACB and ACR. I could be wrong, but to me, this is a significant change. And I want to talk about a few of the game modes that I've seen played so far by people who have the game already, namely Diablo. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Dead. Double kill, triple kill. Look at that chain kill. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I from what I've seen and from what I've heard from high level Manhunt players, they said that offense is going to be pretty overpowered in this game, at least in the default Manhunt. So yeah, I kind of agree with them also. It looks like it's going to be a little bit ridiculous. So we shall see. If it is going to be overpowered, then we have Game Lab. You know what I mean? So that's awesome. But let's talk about my favorite game mode right now, real quick. Assassinate. And Assassinate has been changed dramatically. Ubisoft has basically completely eliminated the use of baiting. Like just completely just destroyed it. Number one, when you stun your pursuer, they automatically despawn and respawn somewhere else. So it's as if you killed them, essentially. So that's awesome. I like that change. They've also removed changes. They've also removed chases, which I have my doubts about that. I have my worries about that. But there's other things I can see kind of why they did it, but in other scenarios, I'm not too crazy about it. That one's the only one that I kind of have like mixed feelings about. And they also, what was the other thing that they did? Also, when you're exposed in Assassinate, your meter does not go down. It stays where it is and it continues to increase. So basically, permanent locking or perma-locking is kind of a viable tactic, at least in default Assassinate. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be tweaking and messing around with Assassinate in the game lab. The one major tweak I think people are going to be doing is starting the meter at incognito, or what is it called in this game? Excellent or some shit. It's going to be full. I feel like that's going to be the biggest change as far as Assassinate goes in game lab. People are going to increase that meter so that we don't have to be as stealthy as the default Assassinate is requiring us to be. What is this? Is he like permanent? Oh, that. Okay, I thought that was him still like kneeling. Anyway, yeah. So basically, Assassinate seems like it's gonna require some stealth. Go figure. What? So I'm looking forward to messing around with that and seeing how that turns out. What people have to understand that are playing Assassinate right now, and when they get the game, is in default Assassinate, at least, you have to understand that you cannot play Assassinate like you played AC3 and ACR. You can't. You just cannot play it that way. You're not going to get anywhere with that, especially against good players. You have to readjust your playstyle. You have to relearn the game. And the quicker that people get that through their heads, the better. And yeah, I'm sorry if that sounded harsh, but that's just what it is. And if people don't like the changes, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like there's going to be a decent amount of people that aren't going to like these major changes to AC4. And it's understandable. They probably started off in ACR or in AC3, and they just have become accustomed to the playstyle that ACR and AC3 has created for them, or that they have created around that game. And you're gonna have to adjust if you want to play AC4. You really are, and I love that. I love that about any video game, to be honest. If a video game forces me to relearn how to play it and recreate a playstyle, I feel like the development team has done their job. I feel like I'm playing somewhat of a new game. Not entirely, but it keeps it fresh. It's refreshing, and if it works, I mean, how can you complain, right? If it's good, I mean, I'm beyond pumped to try out this game and see what works and what doesn't work and all that stuff, and experimenting, and I'm beyond pumped for AC4, man. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who aren't even, they're not really pumped for it, or they just don't like what they see, like I said. And hey, that's understandable. I can respect that thought process and that thinking, because I understand why certain people would be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. But me personally, they did right. They did right by me. But again, we don't know about the matchmaking and the lag and the glitches and the exploits. We don't know what's going to mess this game up per se, or if this game is going to get messed up. We don't know yet. But from what I've seen thus far, I'm pumped. I am looking forward to it. With the removal of chases, like, I feel like in Wanted and in Deathmatch, well, Deathmatch didn't have chases anyway, but in Wanted, excuse me, the hit and escape is a major factor. It's a big way to get your opponents off your back. You know, is to get them to open up a chase and then get a hit and escape or a brutal escape. Now the only way to get your opponent off your back is to stun them or for them to get killed by their pursuer. So it'll create interesting play styles, definitely. I'm looking forward to that shit. But yeah. And like I said early on, Manhunt offense seems to be pretty damn overpowered. As you saw, Diablo got 7,000 points in the offense round. So we'll see, especially with like abilities like shield and wipe. It's gonna be pretty ridiculous, I think. So that I could definitely see high level Manhunt players tweaking this game mode in the game lab. So, which is fine. That's the thing. That's the beauty about this game and about the introduction to Game Lab, is that if there's something we don't like, we can change it in the Game Lab and see if that works. And you know, it's up to us. A lot of people, I actually saw this comment. Somebody said that Game Lab is just the development team being lazy because they don't want to make their own game modes. And that's not how I see it at all. To me, that is a completely idiotic and ignorant comment, in my honest opinion. For the past, 3-4 years, we've, as a community, have constantly been putting our input on as to how we think the best way to play this game is. And now Ubisoft has given us a medium to create our own way of playing the game and create our own game modes. They literally gave us exactly what we've been asking for, and there's still people out there who are ungrateful. It's to be expected, of course. You can't please everybody. It's literally impossible. Which is why I say I understand, and you know, I respect anybody's opinion. I just think that one in particular, though, I can't really respect. I think it's an idiotic statement. That one's stupid. Again, my opinion. So anyway, yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this game. I'm pumped for the Game Lab. I'm pumped to relearn the mechanics and all that stuff. Blend points. I'm trying to see if blend points are more in Manhunt in this game. I believe they are, since you can no longer stun lock as well. Stun locking is completely finito kaput. No stun locking. So the only way you can stun lock is use your abilities. Kind of like in ACR. I don't think there was stun locking in ACR other than using abilities. I could be wrong. That Manhunt is probably my least played mode next to Domination. But I hope to change that in this game, especially with Game Lab, if people make it fun and shit. There should be a Game Lab counter somewhere on this thing. I've said Game Lab like 50 fucking times. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot that has changed, and a lot I'm looking forward to as Diablo runs away from his pursuers. A lot of the perks have been changed as well. As far as streaks go, it seems like it's going to be a necessity to use a kill buffer for the point streaks, the 250 point streak and the 550 point streak, because they are now worth, what was it, 8 and 13. So that's ridiculous. But if you get a silent kill and a stun, is it a stun? I forget. If you get a silent kill and something else, it goes up by 2. Your kill streak goes up by 2. So that still remains to be seen. But like how that's gonna work and shit. I have a feeling that a lot of people are gonna be experimenting, at least a lot, with their perks. And maybe for the first time in Assassin's Creed history, we will see a diversity in our profile sets, and it won't constantly just be smoke, poison, knives, smoke, firecrackers, knives. Smoke has been nerfed to a huge degree. Like, that delay is stupid. It is dumb, and I am okay with that. The only reason I'm okay with it is I know there's gonna be a lot of people saying, "Oh, how are you gonna stop chase killers?" Well, first of all, chases are gone, and they're gonna get shit points for it. It looks like it's gonna be so difficult to score in this game, like. But yeah, smoke bomb is not gonna be a big issue that much anymore. I feel you're not gonna necessarily feel like you need it because people aren't gonna score high on these quote unquote chase kills. You know, they're not gonna score high with these 100-point kills. It's just not gonna happen. The bonuses, yes, have been stripped down. Variety has been changed in a huge way. There's only 6 points or 6 bonuses that go towards variety now, and you need to get 4 to get variety. And look at this dino. Come on, dino walk. Go. Come on. What is this? What are you? So yeah, there's so much. There's so much that has changed, and I'm so looking forward to messing around with it and shit. But that was the game. I also hear that free running has been improved too, so look forward to messing around with that. These maps are so pretty. My god, there's so much to talk about, so little time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the match. Thank you again, Diablo, for letting me do this guest comm, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.